Hello, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see, send out a quick email. Hello, good morning, good morning. So welcome, happy Monday, happy Labor Day. I hope everyone is doing fabulous. So we'll begin in an easy sit pose, just comfortable cross-legged pose. I don't know if you can see this, but my yoga room has been turned into like stacking blocks everywhere. My kids love to like come in here and play with my yoga blocks. So let me just move this. But yeah, let's start an easy sit pose. Today is a fat yoga flow and it is a holiday. So let's take it a little bit easier today. I don't know if you've been to some of my Monday classes, but I'm feeling the chill vibes this morning since it is a holiday. So lots of stretching. We'll toss in some vinyasas and stuff, but we won't go as hard as we have been. Not that's to say that this class is super hard. But so yeah, let's find a comfortable cross-legged position. Something where you're sitting on something, so bolster, blanket. I'm gonna just adjust my camera a little bit. I feel like my head is getting chopped off. Ah, that's better. Okay, so comfortable cross-legged. I encourage you to turn your camera on. You don't have to, but if you feel comfortable enough to do that, it kind of creates a community vibe. So I might get up a couple of times in the beginning just as people into the room. I like to admit them. So in case you happen to see me like at the front, that's why. So let's find our easy sit pose. If you have blocks, blanket, bolster, go ahead and have those handy. And then find our comfortable easy sit. So it can be cross-legged like this. You can extend your legs like this. Wherever you are this morning, let's just be there. And then bring your hands to your knees and close your eyes or have a super soft gaze. So let's bring shoulders away from ears. Take a deep inhale, fill up the belly and the chest. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Deep inhale, open mouth, exhale, letting it all go. So just taking a little bit of time this morning to check in with ourselves. So checking in with our toes and working our way up, maybe giving your toes a wiggle and then flexing muscles in your legs just to kind of check in with yourself. See how you're feeling. Tapping into the body before we find the breath. So as we sit here and breathe into our bodies, reminding ourselves like we are here for ourselves this morning, so, or this afternoon, depending on, or this evening, depending on where you're at. So taking this time to just check in, moving your way up your body, your arms, your chest, your neck. Try to tuck your chin, maybe even rock your torso a little, finding that really comfortable spot. And then take another deep inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Breathe normally for a couple rounds of breath here. Just want to like sink into your mat or into your bolster or blanket. And then let's seal our lips and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. So a couple rounds together. Let's extend our breath to a count of 4, 5, or 6. And then on the inhale, we go to that number that feels good. And then on the exhale, we match the number. So we'll do a couple rounds together so we can understand this flow. So let's inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, and inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, inhale 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4. So finding that type of a rhythm to your breathing where you just slow everything down. This type of breathing is called Ujjayi breath. And it's awesome for yoga because it brings focus. So let's just breathe a few more rounds like this. It should sound almost like an ocean wave. So we're in through the nose, out through the nose. And as we breathe here, just notice how maybe different things come up for you. Maybe you can stay really focused on the breath. Maybe you need more than 4 counts. Maybe you need 5 or 6. So maybe you need to kind of test some of the different numbers out. Do that. So on Thursday, I had a tea ceremony, which was really cool. And like 4 people showed up, which I'm so thankful for them. And it was awesome that it was such a small group because we were able to really connect. And that was the whole point of the tea ceremony, was to connect. So today I'd love to give that as the intention. So as we sit here and breathe, maybe the affirmation could be like, I am connecting, or just the word connect, to kind of bring into your practice a little bit of weight, right? So value to your practice. So as we sit here and breathe, we can be thinking what do we need to connect to? What are we connecting to? What do we want to connect to? Maybe a couple of thoughts might come up just asking those simple questions. So we might even just want to connect our breath to movement, which is vinyasa. That's the type of class that we're in right now, where as we inhale, we move, we exhale, we move. So we connect that, but on a deeper level, what in your life are you wanting to connect? Who do you want to connect with? What are you longing for? That connection. It's so hard because we're in this weird time and we almost crave it. Or maybe ask yourself, how can you connect? So let's just take a couple of deep breaths in that thought. And maybe we just think, I am connecting, or I am connected. So you choose, this is your practice, what feels right and what mantra feels the best. So taking a few more deep breaths here. On that next exhale, begin to bring our right ear down to the right shoulder, stretching out the left side of the neck. You can allow your left hand to come off to the side. You can keep your eyes closed for this, or you can open them if you feel like you need to. Let's just take a couple of moments here, letting our shoulder just stretch out, our neck and shoulder. Our neck is so amazing and it holds up our amazing head. So let's take the time to stretch it out. We hold so much tension in our neck and our shoulders, so you can even rock your chin up and down and try to feel into the sides and the front of your neck. Maybe you might feel that you need to lower your chin and hang out there for a couple of breaths. On that next exhale, we come back to center. You bring your left hand into your lap. Right hand comes off to the side, and then left ear goes to left shoulder. So finding that stretch on the other side. Taking some deep breaths here, feeling into your body. And again, rocking your chin up and down and maybe feeling that stretch in your side of your neck, back, front of your neck. And then as we inhale, we think I am, and then exhale, connected. Or maybe you're just thinking of the word connection or connect. On that next exhale, we come back to center and bring our head all the way up, and both hands come back into our lap. And let's just make some neck circles so we get into all the little creaks and crevices of our neck, and we just notice how our neck is feeling. We go into about 2 or 3 circles in one direction. Go slow here. Inhaling and exhaling as we rotate. And then make sure you go in the opposite direction. Inhaling as you rock back, exhaling as you move forward. Feeling into the breath. And come back to center, and let's just take a moment to just like stretch out our shoulders so we roll them up, down, and back, up, back, and down. Whatever direction you want, just let's go in one direction. And then go in the opposite direction. We'll go forward, so allowing our shoulders to roll forward here. And then take both of your hands up and over, shoulders away from ears. And let's allow our right hand to come down as our left hand reaches over to the right. So finding a side stretch here. Think about that left hip sinking into the mat as we reach. So side body stretch. On that next exhale, come back to center. Both arms come up. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale, we lower our left arm. Right arm comes over. And we feel that side stretch on the other side. Take a deep inhale, sink that right hip down, and then exhale, maybe we stretch a little deeper. On that next exhale, both arms come up, and then we come forward, just feeling into a forward fold. This can be gentle and passive. Let your chin come to chest, maybe even wiggle your shoulders. And just kind of allow your torso to drape over your legs here. If your legs are extended or you're in a different type of pose, you can stay in that pose. Wherever your legs are at is perfect. So let's just be here and connect and take some deep breaths. On that next exhale, we come all the way back up to center. Inhale, both arms come up, and then we twist over to the right and find a gentle twist. Both arms come down, left arm to right knee, right hand behind. And take a deep inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we twist. Look over your right shoulder for a little extra twist in your neck. On that next exhale, we come back to center. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, we twist to the left, and both arms come back down. Right hand to left leg, left arm behind. We look behind our left shoulder. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we twist. So finding that lift enough to where we can like twist just a smidge deeper. On that next exhale, we come back to center, bring both hands behind, and then we switch the direction of the leg. So If your legs were like one leg out, maybe just switch that. Or if your legs were out, you could bring them into butterfly or cross-legged. So, or you can have right in front of left when you had left in front of right. So find a different version of the legs, and let's inhale, both arms come up, and then exhale, we reach forward and we find our forward fold again. This time we stretch different places. And just let's notice like those different places. Feel connected to your body here. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Chin to chest. And then just like, let's drape our body. So maybe we walk our hands out in front of us, or maybe our elbows are bent, or maybe we're just reaching, you know, for the front of us, right in front. So taking some deep breaths here, feeling that Ujjayi breath. On that next exhale, we come back to center and then we find our backs. So move your bolster or whatever you're using to lift your hips up. Let's move that aside and let's find our backs. So bend your knees once you get there. Plant your feet onto the mat. And let's bring our hands down by our sides. We can rock our knees side to side just to allow that low back to release. Take some deep breaths here. And then let's bring our hands behind our head and kind of weave our fingers together and think about our chin lifting up, engaging our core here, and then raising up your chest so it feels like a crunch, because it is. And then let's do this for 9, 8, exhale on the up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower back down. You can rock your knees side to side. Let that low back release. Take a deep breath here and exhale. Come back to center. On this next one, you can always leave your feet onto the mat like we just did, or you can raise your legs and find a seated, almost like you're sitting in a chair. So it's like knees are bent and shins are parallel to the floor. Engage your core here. Lift your chest. Exhale on the up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower your feet down, rock your knees side to side, or even bring your knees into chest and rock your hips side to side. Let that low back release, plant your feet back onto the mat. And on this next one, you can release your hands if you'd like to try it, or you can keep your hands behind with knees bent. You can always stay at that first version we did, or do the second version. This next one, our legs will be straight up. Arms will also be reaching up. And so as we lift up our chest and shoulders off the ground, our arms will be reaching towards our legs. So straight legs all the way up. Engage your core here, and then we lift and then lower back down. We lift, and think about lifting the chest and chin raises up. You're not crunching, we're lifting up. So for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and lower back down, and then rock your knees side to side. Ooh, we like abs, we like core. Go ahead and bring your hands behind your knees. No, not behind your head. Let's leave them down by our sides. You could even bring them under your hips here. And let's raise one leg up to the sky. Left knee is bent, right leg extends. And let's lower this one all the way down to the floor. Let it hover. And then inhale. Exhale, we raise it all the way up. Inhale, we lower it down. Exhale, we raise it up. Inhale, lower it down. Exhale, raise it up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, raise it up. Let's do this 3 more times. For 2, and for 1. And then go ahead and lower that right leg down, bending both knees and extending our left leg now. And then take a deep inhale, hover. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we hover. Exhale, lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and plant both feet onto the mat. Rock your knees side to side. Allow that low back to release. You could also bring knees into chest. And then last round, we'll go back to how we started. So lift the chest, engage the core, and finding that traditional crunch with feet on the mat. So for 10, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then rock your knees side to side, filling into that low back. Let's cross our foot over our knee, so finding a figure 4. You could even kind of pull your ankle down if you need a little bit of an extra like grip to the stretch. And let's just focus on opening up our hips here. We can rock our left leg side to side when our right knee is bent in our figure 4. And just finding center. If you'd like to just stay still and just think about that right hip opening up here. Taking some deep breaths, feeling into your hip. I feel like hip openers are always a good bet. We all need hip openers all the time. On that next exhale, let's lower down that right leg, and then left leg crosses over, finding figure 4 on the other side. And like I said, you can pull your ankle down if you need like to grip or like have a grip on that ankle to knee. And then you can rock your right knee side to side, finding a bit of like a twist and an extra stretch in the hips, but it's not necessary. You can also just stay still and feel that hip stretch this version too. Figure 4 is awesome when like pigeon is inaccessible. So you can always do this pose like on your back like this, or even like if you're seated in a chair, people are always like, what kind of yoga can I do at work? Like if you're just seated in a chair and you just cross your leg, just notice how if you lean forward a little bit, it'll definitely help open up your hips. It's good to do like for a minute each side, like during a break or something like that at work. On your next exhale, we come back to center. We can rock our knees side to side. And then let's roll over onto our bellies. And let's just bring our forearms to the mat and let our bellies stretch. If you need more of a stretch, you can plant both hands down and then lift your chest and feel that version of the stretch. So whichever version you choose is awesome. So go with that. Let's stretch your belly. You could even like rock your hips a little bit here if you're on your forearms and just feel into it. And then bring both of your hands by your side. Wipe off your mat because everybody was walking on it this weekend. Relax your shoulders and your neck, look down, and then let's push ourselves up and find our plank. So here in our plank, our knees are bent, or you can be on toes, but let's find our plank. So engage your core here, look down, relax your neck, and then lean back, hips come back, and think about if you want to stay here for a down dog where knees are bent, arms are extended, or you can tuck your toes and lift your hips and find this version of down dog. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck, look to the back of the mat. The goal here is to hinge at the hips and really feel that low back like relax. So people have a tendency to want to bring your heels down, but really like having a slope in the low back is more important. And then begin to walk your feet to the front of the mat. And let's find our forward fold. So bring the outside edges of the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Let's bend our knees. And here we can like allow our belly to hang when our knees are bent. And then we can straighten our legs. So it like accommodates for the belly. And you can get a little bit deeper in the posture. So find that pose that feels really good. And then bend your knees and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Shake out our shoulders here, shake out our legs. And then let's high five our neighbors, even though none of your screens are on. Good job. We made it to standing. All right, so we're here at standing. Let's circle our arms all the way up. Bring our palms together and exhale, we come to center. So here, let's bring our hands down by our side, or you can keep them hands to center, whatever feels good. If palms are out and by your side, this is traditionally called mountain. Let's plant our feet into the mat, lift all our toes. You can also do this in prayer. And then tuck your pelvis and engage your core. And then allow your shoulders to come away from ears. Take a deep breath here. Exhale. And just focus on the breath, and then maybe bending your knees slightly and shoulders away from ears. And then just notice how your body has you. So as we're standing here in mountain, we're focused on maybe like standing here, but really we're balancing on the earth. It's kind of cool to like think about it like that. If we close our eyes, our feet have us, our core, our body stays standing. And then we can open our eyes and just notice like we're exactly where we were because our body has us. And then come to the top of our mat. Let's circle our arms all the way up, press our palms together, and exhale, we fold all the way back down. Inhale, we rise and find our half lift. So sticking out our booty, and then chest is parallel to the ground. Relax our neck here, and then exhale, we fold all the way back down. Inhale, we rise and circle our arms all the way up to the top. Bring our palms together and take a deep breath here. Inhale, we circle our arms all the way up to the top. Press our palms together, and exhale, we fold all the way back down. Inhale, we rise and find our half lift. Exhale, we plant our hands and take our feet back and find our plank. Knees or toes here. Engage your core as you lower down. Inhale, we come up and find upward facing dog. And exhale, we lean back and find our child's pose. So knees come open, arms extend, and take some deep breaths. Head comes to mat. If child's pose doesn't feel good, you can always be in tabletop, or you could even find your back. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. On that next exhale, come back to center, and let's come onto our knees, and let's find a comfortable seated pose. So here in our seated pose, take some deep breaths and just check in with yourself. Like, how do you feel in this moment? Maybe even close your eyes and find the breath. And now for today, I need to cut the class a little bit short, and I feel terrible doing this. But hopefully you got a bit of a sweat, and let's come onto our backs and find our Shavasana. So come onto your back, bending your knees, or even having legs extended. Arms are out to the sides. Tap into the breath. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. And feel into your breath. Let everything melt into the mat. Let this be your time to just breathe. We'll take an extended Shavasana. We'll be here for like at least 6 minutes. And then tuck your chin, relax your jaw, relax your forehead. Everything relaxes. And let's try to clear our mind here. So whatever's going on, let's just label it later. Like these are things that you can always take care of at the end of your practice. This is important to seal in the practice, to be here in your Shavasana. So we'll be silent for a few minutes, tap into the breath, and let's enjoy your Shavasana. Tap back into the breath. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Wiggle fingers and toes. Circle out wrists and ankles. And then begin to push yourself up into a comfortable seated pose. Once you find it, bring your hands to your heart center and close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. Take a deep inhale here and exhale. Tuck your chin. Thank yourself for showing up this morning and being present with me throughout the practice. I'm so sorry I had to cut it short. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. The divine light inside of me honors the divine light inside of each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you guys. This is the reason why I had to cut it short. I hope you understand. I thought I could sneak the session through her sleeping through it. She usually doesn't wake up till 8. It is what it is. Love you. Have a great day. Bye.